everyone, it's Dana here, and guess what? Today, we're gonna talk about something really interesting and actually really amazing. But when yes, we are gonna talk about the moons, but not any moons. Not one or two moons. We're gonna talk about four moons, and it belongs to the biggest planet in our solar system. It actually belongs to Jupiter. But first we go into that. Do you know Jupiter is actually the biggest gas giant in our whole solar system? Yeah, it's really big. It's bigger than Saturn's. Well, except for rings, but yeah, it's still better. Bigger. Sorry, a little bit of something. It's still a little bigger, and also it's it's the fifth planet in the whole solar system, and actually that is really long. And from the sun to the planet Jupiter is pretty actually long. And something is really amazing. Jupiter is actually have very little light of the sun. So because it have a really long distance, you know. But Jupiter have the moons of something more than amazing. It's super amazing and super incredible that scientists' mind is still blown, and my mind is blown, and your mind is going to blown too. So let's go right into it. And yes, today we're gonna talk about Jupiter's moons, baby. Here's the gas giant. Oops, sorry. Here's the gas giant. You can see, and these are the moons. Well, Jupiter has a lot of moons. Well, but we're just only gonna talk about the four moons. Those four are the first moon that scientists discovered, and who I'm gonna tell you in a few minutes. Sorry. Jupiter's has a lot of moon, like 80s or maybe 79. 79's moon, or sometime maybe 80 moon. I don't know. 79's moon. Yeah, 79 moons, and that is a lot. Here. Sorry if I get the angle. Oh no. Okay, that's better. Here are all of the moons right here. You can see them. Or the moons. Well, you can see only a few moons, but actually there are 79 because there's a lot of moon, and you cannot see a lot of them because there are a lot of moon and you can't see them a lot. So you see a few, but the most ironic and the most amazing and ironic, and also the first ever four moons is actually the Galilean moon. Yeah, here's the Galilean moon. Can you see the Galilean moon? Yep. Here's the Galilean moon, and it's a lot. Here. So you can see Io, what is this? Eopra, Ganymede, and Callisto. Yep, it's Callisto. And I'm gonna talk, and these are actually discovered by Galilei by himself, and the name is also by the Galilean moons. Galileo Galilei. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry. Here's Galileo Galilei. He actually uses one day. Let me go back to the what it called? To the 16th century, I guess. 16. Oh, he actually is from Italy. He's an Italian and an astronomer and a scholar, which is amazing. He actually discovered these actually in the 60s. 60s, yes, in the 60s, but whatever 60s, I don't remember. It's only in the 60s. And here, one day he claimed that on Jupiter's, yeah, you can see the Jupiter's with a telescope. With this telescope on the sky, one day he saw 3 stars dingling around Jupiter's. Yeah, that is a very powerful telescope. But a week later, he saw literally 4 of them. He saw 4 of the stars. But these aren't stars, they're moons. And since Galileo found it himself, he ended up being named as the 4 Galilean moon, honored by him, which is feast moons. It looked pretty amazing though. Okay. Good. Okay. Now, first, I'm gonna talk about the biggest moons of the Galilean moons. Yeah, the Galilean moons. Here's Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest moon in the whole solar system, which is amazing. That is the largest moons. It's actually in like 5,270 kilometers across the whole moon, which is the biggest moon in the whole solar system. That's amazing, because a lot of moons there are pretty small, and this moon is literally bigger than Mercury. I had never seen a moon that bigger than a planet. But since the planet orbits around the sun, it's called a planet. But if anything orbits around another planet, it's called a moon. Crazy, right? I think that maybe Mercury could be the moon, but the Ganymede, what's it called? The Ganymede is bigger than Mercury, and it could be the moon. There could be the planet, and it's just crazy. But since it orbits around the biggest planet in the whole solar system, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Big planet, big moon, you get it? I just don't understand. And this moon is actually have force really strong. Had a gravity of its own self, and it's the force. Don't say man, it's really strong. Also, because of this strong gravity forces thingy, it creates water under the ground. But just a little water. It's just a little above the sea level. Here's the water. Ooh, I love it. Actually, this is only made of from craft or made of anything that it look a bit of crumpy. It's okay. Yeah, a little bit of water over there, but I'm gonna talk about something that shock you forever. I'm gonna show. And the end of these parts or whatever, I'm gonna talk about that. So the average from the what they called? The average from the Jupiter to the Ganymede is actually over. Oh my God. It's over 1,007. 1,000. One and 7 million kilometers. Oh my God. Like 1 billion? 1 billion and 7 million kilometers? 1 and 7 million kilometers. Yeah. 1,007 million kilometers. That is long. Really long. Okay. Anyway, these particles, in the crust, it have a little bit of really amazing, but an icy crust, an icy over mantle, like a silicate lower mantle, and an iron core. Still with Z. Wow. The core is not hot. It's made of iron. Well, iron is hot, but look at iron.
Not hot.
No, it's icy, Mom. Cold.
Yeah.
Brrr.
No.
Okay. Let's see the surface of it. The surface is really cold, like under 7. Never mind. These are actually the craters that hit them, and these craters have been believed that it have been over 4 billion years. 4 billion years. So these craters are actually older than maybe older than the Earth. I mean, or maybe the same age as the Earth, but I don't know. But some of them are over more than 4 billion years, and that is mind blowing. Wow. And also, of course, now I'm gonna go to the second largest moons in the whole solar system.